Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be taking a look at the rest of September through the end of 2022, what games I'm most excited about, which ones I think are going to be the best. So let's go ahead and dig in. So the first game on our list is a little bit of a weird one. Most of you have probably either seen it or maybe even heard about it. It's called Slime Rancher 2. Now this comes out on September 22nd and I am very excited for this game. And I know there's a lot of people who are used to seeing me play strategy or action or, a game that can kind of tell this incredible story. Slime Rancher 2 is nothing like any of that. It's a very chill game. It's a game that you can play when you come home from work tired, when you want to relax, when you want to just have genuine fun. You don't want to have to worry about following a story. You don't want to have to worry about complex strategy. There's exploration, there's base expansion, there is a ton of slimes everywhere. It is one of the most wholesome games of all ages that I think anybody could enjoy. So for Slime Rancher 2, while it's not going to be the most popular stream game, it's not going to be the most popular game of the year, I do think if you're looking for something just a little bit more relaxing, a little bit chill, you will definitely find it in Slime Rancher 2. And if you haven't played Slime Rancher 1, definitely go and pick that up, and it will just keep you and put you in a good place if you are having a bad day. The next game on our list is one coming out September 22nd as well, and that is Diofield Chronicles. Now, most of you guys have heard about this. There is a demo out on the Nintendo Switch right now, and I personally, being a content creator who has covered many different tactical games, that has covered, XCOM, that has covered Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Visions, this type of a game is always exciting for me. And looking at it, it looks like a hybrid between Valkyrie Chronicles. It looks like it's got some tactics in there. It's got, some XCOM in there. I'm very excited to see what they have fully come up with. As someone who kind of enjoys playing new types of tactical genres when they are released, I'm very excited for this. And I think it's going to do something new with the genre that hasn't been done before. And I can't wait to be able to play it on stream and to be able to play it myself. And I've been purposely avoiding playing the demo because I don't want to spoil myself too much. Valkyrie Elysium is going to be coming out on September 29th, and a lot of people may have played this on the PSP. My understanding is the original version of this game was released on the PSP almost towards the end of the lifespan of the PSP, and while I myself never got to play it, it looks like an incredible game. It looks like you're running around in almost a hack and slash style, RPG style game, and I don't even know if it's connected to the other Valkyrie games at all, whether that's Valkyrie Profile, Valkyrie Lenneth, all of these other Valkyrie games. It seems like it's going to be a very similar, very powerful story along those lines. And I think whenever we're dealing with the Valkyries and kind of the idea of the Valkyries, we kind of always bring out like a darker, deeper story. And I think that's what we're going to get from Valkyrie Elysium. I love the tone. The tone of the game seems very dark, and I can't wait to get into it. On a little bit of a lighter note, though, we do have Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope coming out on October 20th. And Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, if you played the first Mario's of Rabbids and their expansion pack, you'll kind of know that it is a lighter genre of tactical gameplay. Very similar, I would say, to XCOM, but it's basically XCOM made easy. And it does have some missions that are, a little bit harder, but it's going to be a great tactical game to play on the go. And I would definitely say it's a franchise that I want to continue to support, because as long as we get these other tactical games, these tactical games that are a little bit easier, a little bit more aimed towards the younger audience, this is what's going to bring the tactical gameplay to the newer world, to the next generation, right? So Mario and Rabbids is probably not going to be the most challenging game out there. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll definitely offer unique spins. It'll get your favorite characters, Mario, going. And it'll also bring in that new generation of tactical gamers that I feel like are slowly dwindling now because we get distracted with Fortnite, right? We get distracted with all of these other games, Call of Duty, everything that's distracting people. And so tactical games have kind of fallen by the wayside. That younger generation hasn't been coming up on tactical games. So for me, to see Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, it makes me happy. The fact that it's a second Mario and Rabbids game, it's a second tactics game coming on the Nintendo Switch, just the whole package makes me very happy. Now, Star Ocean: The Divine Force, this is a game I am looking forward to, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Star Ocean is one of those franchises, to me, that has been missing recently in the more recent releases over the last 5-10 years. Now, I think it's overdue for a reboot, and I'm always looking at the new games coming out for the new franchises because I would like to hope that this could be the one, right? Very similar to Tales of Arise, right? Where Tales of Arise really reinvigorated, I would say, the Tales franchise for a lot of new players. I think Star Ocean: The Divine Force could have that potential. It's one of those wait and see situations. And while it's not a for sure buy, I did want to put it on this list because whenever you have a powerful franchise with deep connections to our history, to our childhood, there's always that hope. There's always that potential that Star Ocean could turn it around. On October 28th, we do have Bayonetta 3 coming out. And while I have never been the largest Bayonetta fan, because honestly, I've never played the other two games, I can't deny the impact they've had on my friend circles. My best friend loves the Bayonetta game. While I myself haven't played it, I've probably watched him beat the first one and the second one literally while I've been in the room with him. So I can see the impact they've had on people. I can understand, very similar to how I don't much care for Persona 5, but Persona 5 is very popular. I can understand the attraction to this game, and I think Bayonetta 3 will just continue to be a Rockstar. It'll continue to be a Rockstar franchise, and I think it will drive a lot of people to play these games. And especially as we get into the holidays, I think, you know, it feels nice that all of these kind of single player games are coming out, because notice I haven't even covered a single MMO yet. None of these are really online. They're all single player, and I think it kind of harkens to that winter weather, hunkering down, playing a single player RPG game. Talking about single player RPG games, let's just talk about the game of the year already. God of War Ragnarok, November 9th is going to come out. I will be in the middle of Vietnam when this releases, but let me tell you, I am sure this is going to take the internet by storm. I'm sure people are going to love this game. I think next to Horizon Forbidden West, this is probably my most anticipated single player RPG game that's going to be releasing this year. I love a powerful story. I love the voice acting that goes into God of War. I love everything, the character development, the story. Ever since God of War has been kind of reimagined for the PlayStation 5 and really gone to that next level, it's been one of those games that has really defined a single player RPG for me. And it's changed a lot from what it has been in my childhood, you know, from 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and it's now become one of these games that is much more, I would say, about story as much as it is about actual gameplay. Finally, we are coming to the last single player game that we are going to be talking about, and of course, everybody who has watched my channel is going to know that that's going to be Tactics Ogre Reborn, coming out on November 11th. Now, Ogre Tactics is one of those games that has defined the genre of tactical RPGs, and I am very excited to replay it. I've been going through the web pages and looking at the new content that they have coming out for it. They have an entire update page where they show what the before and the after updates are, which that's going to be a completely separate video, I think. But I'm very excited. This is definitely one of those ones very similar to Diofield Chronicles where we will play it on stream because it is such a powerful, amazing game. And I think, you know, it doesn't matter where you come from, what type of gameplay you like. You know, it doesn't really matter even about the story. What makes Tactics Ogre great is the gameplay. It is the systems that are at play. It is the incredible map design. It is the difficulty. So I can't wait to re-experience that. My big hope is that they don't mess it up. Very similar to the pixel remasters for Final Fantasy, the difficulty had been tweaked on those, and it ruined the experience in some capacity. I'm really hoping the difficulty will not be tweaked on Tactics Ogre. We'll kind of have to wait and see. Now, outside of these single player games being a mobile channel, there is a lot of mobile games that we're anticipating, and there's a lot of mobile games that don't have a set release date right now. Probably the most important one that people are hyping up already is going to be Full Metal Alchemist Mobile. Now, this was released in August, and usually it takes about 6 months for a global release to make its way over here. We can probably plan on this in December, maybe January, and I think this is going to take the mobile gaming world by storm, and it's either going to be really good, or we're going to have a Hero Academia situation where all of a sudden there's going to be scandals, or it's not going to be managed correctly, and we're going to end up with a situation where the global community really rejects this game. I think it's either going to be one or the other. I'm really scared because with Full Metal Alchemist, there's high expectations. There's high expectations for execution, and the reality is Square Enix has not been executing nearly as well as the Korean or Chinese competition when it does come to mobile games, particularly with a global release. So this is something to watch. I personally am a little bit more excited for Tower of God Mobile that has just been announced. It does seem to be coming in winter 2022, and for any of you who have played or read Tower of God or watched the Tower of God anime, it is absolutely transformative. It is an incredible piece of work. I would say it's borderline artistic in its execution. I just think it's one of the best kind of anime adaptation stories we've ever had. It's one of the best written stories we've ever had in manga form. It's just incredible. Can I call it a manga? Because it's a webcomic, so I'm not sure if I need to kind of discern from those two, but just looking at the gameplay, there's not much to see right now. It's just recently been announced, but I think it's going to be one of those games that will come to be one of the higher tier MMOs, I think, or mobile games. I think especially, you know, like we have so many people that are focused on you know, Full Metal Alchemist. We have so many people that are focused on Tower of Fantasy right now, and usually it's the game that comes out that's like creeping up in the background that is going to take the cake. And you know, given the execution that we've seen with the Tower of God webcomic, with the execution of the anime, if they can continue this execution in a video game format, I will be absolutely incredibly impressed, and I think it will completely transform how we look at potentially some games, honestly, some mobile games. So hopefully we'll kind of have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys all think down in your description. This is the first time I've made a video where we talk and look at all the different games that I'm anticipating for the next couple of months, and we'll talk to you guys next time.